bwimutibwe mu Rwanda.
Mzee Tamale nga isonge tugivaako akaluka abadde Kayunga kyafumbye nga bukimu kyaniguse era twageze okukomekeza nga NRA
kyenewuunya kiri kimu ekintu ekinewuunyisa nti bagamba nti abasomesa political science is not a science. Political science is a science. These are political scientists.
Okay.
And the difference between a political scientist and a natural scientist is the variables we use.
You use, okay.
A political scientist is more scientific than a natural scientist.
Natural scientist.
Kubanga bakulaga weather forecast. Timpewe egenda kuveena eddeeni. Waliwo agigula. But a political science uses human beings as variables. Nti mu Europe bwe bakuga nti buli yagenda okuwangula yabagenda okuwangula. Because they depend on the factors.
Okay. Okay.
Kakati nkugamba nze ngenda ne mbawandikira obutabo ne beewuunya. Nawandiika akatabo kange kano Invisible Hand. Nabaga nti Invisible Hand mulimu omuntu akola
omukono ogutalabika.
Mulimu omuntu akola mu gavumenti ya Museveni.
Nenga talabika.
Era nakati mwali.
Ito twatumanyi yavaawo
katera. If you want to have a peaceful election, remove Dombo.
Is the invisible hand?
Once Dombo is removed, there will not be violence.
Mzee Tamale
Dombo is an agent of somebody. I know
Dombo
you go and ask Dombo. I saw Dombo when he was working in Karisis, in my village. I even talked to him.
You saw him?
I know Dombo. If you want a free, violent election, remove Dombo.
Ave mukalulu.
Ave mukalulu. Museveni yamugalire kebweru. Amugane mukalulu. You will say change. Kubamba gamba. Nti who loses?
Mumbere neriwo.
Can't we have a violent free election?
But bakubiddwa emiggo.
Yes. And you are helping who? Kakati nkugamba. Like a human beings, political organizations are attacked by their enemies on a daily basis. It's the level of early detection of an organization that saves it from its enemies. The institution should create an early warning mechanism as well as a quick response one in order to survive. Political institutions suffer from what we call political inertia. They develop weaknesses. They are like human beings who have to observe a high level of hygiene to avoid falling sick. Furthermore, political institutions are like human beings who must ensure self-preservation. Once a human being or an institution succumbs to death, then it ends its living cycle. If a political institution loses political preservation, it dies like a human being whose defense systems succumbs to disease. Finally, and more important, political organizations must have detective systems to check the internal enemies and the external ones. Internal enemies used to sabotage or destroy political organizations. Museveni went to the bush to fight election rigging. It would be a taboo on zero. Museveni's government. Where did this kubba bululu start? Okubba bululu okulira mpandi kwatandika mu kalulu ka 2011. Nkugamba, losing by election. Look what this Mirundi's son. People say this man is a drunkard. The drunkard has defeated the 4 years.
19th July.
Nabalabye jonga bagambye omusajja tumugambye ayite omusajja aganye yatugambye tayagala nakutulaba. You started the battle, finish it. Mwali mulowooza nti muli bagezi nnyo. I was watching from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday tomorrow. They will be giving evidence on Zoom. And I was watching a meeting in the State House where they asked, what if this man has video clips? I have them, but I'm mature. Sisobola. Nemwatira omwana wange mwali Albert Cook, I've exposed Albert Cook. There was at that time a Chinese cell. Babuloni nga kigudde, Babuloni, Babuloni, Babuloni nga kigudde. Mama ndi mu programu kakubire. Babuloni nga kigudde. Kakati nkubuulira ate gundi Albert Cook kuwanga Babylon nkugamba otali nakawandika ddi
19th July 2012
losing by elections the NRM was the number of and winners. Secondly, for a ruling party to lose a by-election doesn't necessarily mean losing support. Where the ruling party registered the majority of seats in parliament, the voters may decide to check it by electing opposition candidates in the subsequent elections. Now, read the paper. It's do or die in Kayunga. Either we lose or they get. What is in Kayunga? These are money makers. The dombos, the money makers. Because a ruling party cannot fail to win a by-election for two factors. One,
LC5 seat, next to a prime minister, next to a president.
What you from Museveni can accept Nabu Kenya, who organized a birthday party for Museveni, a fake one, a rotten cake, rotten mangoes, rotten pineapples, and Museveni considered the defeat when Nabu Kenya won the way by election. He is also the incumbent MP for that area.
Yes.
Can you compare, apart from having a gold mine in those areas, they have not declared, ask in Nankabiru, whether there is no largest is in a forest to wait agana kusima.
But a Kayunga, or what a man going to get idea Kayunga.
Yes, and this man, Aliye Kayunga, Kajakola. Muganda wakuwasiza omukazi oba omugagga yenna nakuwasiza omukazi amuzaalamu n'abaana. This man who is unpopular has been installed.
Muwonge
tagenda kufuna maanyi. Bajja kubanga amasimu. Bajja kubanga amasimu. Kakati bavudde ku interest za party. Two, nalabye omusajja w'e Kayunga oyo RDC. If lions have been caged, how can a rat shout? Nanya Bobo Wayne Okuja, I was the chairman of the Electoral Commission. When did he assume those powers? Bukuba, the Kawempe, Sama, the Bubai, some company was a Jamu Kampal. Those are dangerous fellows. The Dombos, we are away again. The Kayunga, Bere Kosi, Borero Bakankana.
Bakandi for sanctions.
Uganda Kayunga.
Abantu basibiddwa.
Kakati nkugamba.
Mzee Tamale, NUP agenda mu court.
For example, Singaporean Prime Minister Kwan Lee states in his book that Singapore, the opposition in Singapore, tweaked his party when they did not defeat the candidates in many constituencies and the ruling party MPs went through unopposed before the actual general election. This sent alarming messages to the voters that the ruling party would lack checks in the parliament. And therefore, on election day, the voters returned the few opposition candidates who stood. The opposition trick worked perfectly well. The voters voted the opposition to retain checks in the parliament and to avoid the single party arrangement in case the ruling party took over parliament.
Okay.
Ate basoma balina obudde baavu kati oyo talina n'account oyo tasoma nga ku political science tamanyi international nababuuza nti mutubuulire police in a library side there are similar cases. That's why I admired to Mukunda. Whenever I went to Mukunda, I found him reading his Mossad books.
Okay.
Cases are similar. Twalina wano omusajja ku gundi ku WBS nga kuliko omusajja Dr. Derek babiteekanga kukusomesa ki bano abaawa nabatasobola ku accessinga that information.
Okay.
Kakati e Singapore baateekawo okulonda ku nomination day ab'opposition constituency ne bazireka ezimu ne bayitamu unopposed. The population was alerted. If we don't vote the opposition people, but bagenda kudominating. The election day tewali wa government yayitamu. Yes. Bapulaninga. Tituyinza kudya. In fact, even in law, a party that has already secured the 2/3 majority, there is no judge, sensible judge, asobola kujeba. This one has already sekiwadi
NRM yajanyiza negamba nti nga kitwabye Kayunga kisigenda okubeera bula wagenda by election kirina okubeera mu Komansimbi kijja okubeera emityana
areetinga omukazi yeewaana namufinyisiza n'olubuto namusiize n'ensiku but you are accumulating evidence against you nti these people are exposing you. NRM that went, these are not Museveni supporters. Whoever is doing this is not a Museveni supporter.
Any pegama kalukabiddwa.
Yes, obviously.
Okikiriza.
Obviously. Ati kasokola ebyo by'obusiru. Ate express ye team ekuba amayinji. Omupiira referee asala mu alali ate kuba amayinji. Why do you rape a woman? Can you rape a prostitute when you have money? Have you ever seen Bob Bad Black claiming lodging a rape case in any court of law?
No.
Yes, you cannot rape a prostitute because voters are like prostitutes. You deliver the services. Never sent a music by Katakambabus. Magazine Yagama and Mukupadisi model. $40 billion. Where is the money that is reflected in Kayunga? Never cover Nakola brand. You are choosing the Uganda land board, yes, of evicting people. Ola gave you a pavia for the Kuchapa Chan.
Yaparukumi Biramba.
Auntie Biafu de Kutakaliani. Because if the government wants to buy land, the landlord comes, they send the government values the land,
yes,
compensate that man.
Yes.
Kati government never cover would start by stating us. Twaguze ettaka mu Kayunga muno Mirandi Road n'avaayo kati abasenze tubawe ebyabo Mirandi Road n'atuwa a copy of the check.
Yes. Bulanda yakoleddwa
garbage in garbage out.
ne Mzee Tamale bw'obanga gwe President Museveni mu kaseera kano otudde mu ntebe nga wasindise ttiimu y'okukola ndifunga ne bw'ogwa nti yagenze yakuliza Mzee Tamale bw'ogwa nti yagenze Kayunga n'ofusinga n'emagini ya bululu 5 just
Museveni ayina abamukoleramu badombo bakolera dombo ayina amukozesa era buli dombo gy'anaagenda bajja kuba violent and his people rejected him long time ago. You are dealing with the reject. Dombo ayina yamuteeka waawo. He is the cause of violence. Nkugamba in this case even the popular ruling party candidates who did not go through unopposed lost to the opposition. Secondly, ruling party supporters voted the opposition because they believed that their party's survival had already been preserved. Why do you kill people when you have already got? Until by-election Yombaka Parliament, NRM is do or die, do or die. Majority. How? Ndio mseja inabakaza bana yakote house. Kagabi anyagenda kusonyiwa
tewali
agenda kusonyiwa Kagabi nkugamba nti the results the supporters of the ruling party decided not to turn up for the earlier results had restored their confidence that their party had already won and the opposition that feared the unchecked dominance of the ruling party turned up in large numbers. Nkugamba another situation where bano bali tudde wansi ne baba nuku yabakubeetya mu Buganda ne gundi a storm erekamu ewayimiridde. How could you be swept throughout Buganda ate n'omwana eyayita mwana oposta tafichalinga
NRM is claiming banasigala okweddiza Buganda banandikidde Kayunga mulepinga bakazi rape. This was open rape. And Museveni cannot support this. Heads will roll in the Are you sure? Seems like you know comment about
Yobe again they want about violence. Yes. Dombo, the problem is Dombo. Domba inamu koliramu.
Okay.
Kugamba. Another situation is where ruling party is given a blank check because of the prevailing political environment. Politics at times is like a love relationship. Love suffers from diminishing returns. In his book, Julius Caesar Shakespeare tells us that when love starts to sicken and decay, it uses an enforced ceremony, which is phosphorined. Take for example, 1986 to 90, the NRM was given a blank check by the population.
Blank check?
Just
automatic?
Yes. Yes. But I know as a political scientist that when you overstay, a system overstays in power, it develops a political inertia.
Okay.
The NRM was given a blank check by the people of Uganda who had borne the atrocities of Obote and it was governments. At that time, the NRA was dominated by the Baganda and the Banyankole. The NRA separate from ministers who came from other tribes was dominated by those from the bush. The NRA was also dominated by Banyankole. This explains why people like Dr. Alex Ofumbi, who was running a clinic at Lyantonde and Okecho, Dr. Bata took center stage because they were not from Buganda or Ankole. These and people like Teddy Wamusi gave the NRM the national outlook on addition to this ideology. Although the NRM said the members of Hamba Education, this was not considered a serious matter at this time. Soldiers became Wabana Bafe. Nobody at this stage had the time to waste by looking at the shapes of their noses. These were non-issues at the time. Uganda had more important issues occupying their minds. Abantu bakuwa blanka check.
Yes.
NRM was given a blanka check. But the population.
Yeah.
Ngobibula mu ntibi Banyankole so yibe kiko bindi yarudda.
Ngati wali. Kasojera ku ticket NRM. Tumatiko bomazo ku bantu oyingidde.
Nekugamba point eyokubiri ekulaga nti NRM was given a blanka check. A blanka check at that time. This explains why non-Banyarwanda officers occupied very important government posts which did not attract attention from the public. They had other important things that occupied their minds then. These simple matters which have taken center stage today. However, by 1996, things had changed. Obubbi. Kubanga golowooza bano balowooza ti bwe babba ssente za service delivery bajja bakuba emiggo. Toyinza kugamba nti Museveni abawadde ssente mugule ennyama n'ebyokulya nti abantu bawe walagi tufisse. The Greekers will fight you. Violence. The social violence is that the money that Museveni gave these people for service delivery in these areas has been taken. As a result, bakuba bakubi.